all the way down to the bottom, and you can see those additional projects come in at $22,352.50. These are estimates. Like I said, some of the tearing out has been done. I think we've spent $253 at this point to get to the decisions of where do we go from here. I know there's been a lot of discussion of energy efficient, windows energy efficient. I think this building has a study done on it, lights, all those kind of things. So that's where a lot of that comes in. And I would, if you have any questions, I'd be glad to sort of take them on. I know I'm throwing a lot at you real quick, so.
I have one question. How long has it been since the heat and air has been replaced in that place?
What was the guy's name? Andy, and it's not Mark.
Okay.
No, I grew up in Millbrook. A little bit about our age. In the 90s, I think he may have swapped the unit out for us. You know who I'm talking about, right? Sonny Green and Bill Sunford and all those angry.
One thing I'd like to say is they're packed in over there at that place. They got water when it rains coming down that hill like a waterfall. This seems like a relatively small amount of money to fix their problems, and they could be asking for a new building and probably need a new building.
I'm going to ask Councilman Washington's question since he's not going to ask. Go ahead, Councilman Washington. We ain't going to get some money. Come out of the fire fee.
I'm going to ask that it come out of capital outlay. I think we've been spending our money on the fire fee too much, and this is a capital outlay project.
Is it coming out of fire fee, Chief?
I would suggest that it came out of capital outlay. It's improvements to a building, that belongs to the city. The drainage issue, I mean, it's one of those things that if the city wants to fix a drainage problem so we're not in the mold and rot again later on, I would welcome the city's money to do that. I know that we do have that fund. It's generally, we set it aside for apparatus purchase, which, we're looking at another piece of apparatus in a year or so that's probably in the $500,000 range. So, it's one of those rob Peter to pay Paul or what have you. But my memory is that, a lot of the renovations, replacement doors, windows, things like that typically comes out of just the general fund budget. So.
But can't these repairs, this money, use out of fire fees?
The fire fee money can be used for that, yes, sir.
How much do you have in there?
I'm not familiar.
Well, my suggestion would be that that's the purpose of fire fees. You get ready to hit me, and I guess everybody else in this room, so what is it? We went up, it's $50 a house now for 5 feet that y'all charging, it's still at $25. You have some money coming in after December, all new 5 feet is coming in. New year, new money.
Councilman, we were discussing also the possibility of just doing a split on some of this, because some of it is, definitely the water problem, that kind of stuff, and what it is created up there. If we could maybe do a split, a percentage somehow, that went part out of fire fee and part out of capital outlay. You agree? You agree with that?
Like I said, I just want the work done and just make sure that while we're doing this, let's make sure the heat and air is going to last us, because that place is hard to cool down if it gets hot. That's a big space.
We're going with, when you've had water running through your insulation, it's probably not working quite well, so we're replacing a lot of that. We're going to R19 on insulation, so I think a lot of these things are going to help, especially, the opportunity to do some energy efficiency thing. It pays, pay it now, and then we save money in the budget next year. So that's up to y'all, and it does. It all comes out the same cities.
And what about your shower facilities, are y'all still using those over there?
We do have one. And this is not to make this a living quarters for, you know.
Yeah, but when you're all splitted up, you don't want to get in your new truck and drive it home, or you want a place to shower.
That's correct. And there's some separation issues where you don't need your kitchen opening directly into a truck bay where you got diesel engines running and that kind of thing, and that gets back into some of the code issues that Tex and I talked about. We got 14 breakers on that entire building, and
Y'all may be going to your home place.
the panel we're looking at is 42, and it'll probably barely be adequate, maybe have a few extras, so.
What could you give us as a percentage that you could live with either way?
That's totally up to y'all. I know Councilman Washington's gonna negotiate it, so I'm not gonna throw a number out.
How about 75, 25?
I've been watching Paul Stars lately.
75, 25.
Because with me on the heating and air, is it, I mean, once
that
this is
would
done,
take care of
is it
that
gonna take a little while, or what are we sort of looking at the time, like you said, the time frame? Do you think it's gonna,
It seems to be doing well right now. The heat pump unit, you know, it's drop-in ceiling, so you just got your flex running over to your vents. We really haven't had any problem, and we did separate, when we built the offices up front, we did separate, those were on window units, and just a few years ago, we separated that and put that on its own unit. So,
so you feel comfortable at this point to get this done and not to do that?
I do.
And I would maintain that the heating and air conditioning, the only thing you have there is probably replacement units, not necessarily ductwork.
That's right, just the
Ductwork,
heat.
we'll take care of that.
Yeah, yes.
But, you know, that's an easily, exactly drop in.
Is that a drop down
Isolated.
Yes. And I was up there the other day and looked at some of the lighting, and I was just talking to Lynn that we do have some lighting that Public Works had bought when they got a great deal on buying some of the drop-in units. And then some company just gave us a bunch of new lighting. Did y'all go pick those things up? So we go through that and see what we got in that could help offset some of it. So if we looked at a 75-25, is that livable?
Y'all paid 75, I think.
I'm gonna turn you over to Councilman Washington here.
I was thinking 50-50, but like I said, I understand. I don't think when we come to ask for a fire
You know
truck,
what, Chief, I'll meet you with that.
50.
Look at here, okay, 50-50. That's, look at here.
That's fair.
That's what he said.
Well, I feel confident then when we come say we need a truck in a year, that y'all not gonna,
It's coming from the same place.
give us a hard time. We'll find a way to pay for that too.
Okay, that's a good job.
Thank y'all.
Hey, guys,
But we can't add comment, no.
Janice, I would ask that since we're getting into the Christmas season and the rainy season's coming up, that it would be good if it's a unanimous consent of the council. In the meeting, unless I get a feeling during this work session, I would ask for suspension of the rules and go for immediate vote on this tonight. If the council feels comfortable with that.
I'd support you.
that'll certainly eliminate that water coming in the back door.
Can y'all act that quickly? We do that? Okay.
Anything y'all, that would be hard to get coffee?
I do. I want to say thank you to the Public Works Department, that I have gotten several comments about our Christmas lights, about how pretty they are. And nobody said anything to me about other cities. And I haven't ridden to Montgomery yet, I haven't been to Prattville yet, so I can't comment, but they look good. It looks good riding through downtown. Even though I don't agree with when they put them up, but that's not my
Just
call.
before Thanksgiving.
I understand why they have to put them up early, but it seems like we're pushing Christmas before Halloween now.
It's something we tried to address 3 years ago, and it's just almost impossible. You know, they have to You never know what you're getting into when you